Hey guys, welcome back for another fall review. So I wanted to say in my last video, my Olive and June review, I made a mistake. The red polish, I put in Cozy Up. I believe that was from last year's collection, and it's supposed to be lipstick stain. So I'm gonna post the correct comparisons and the correct swatch on my Instagram page, so you will see that there. Sorry about that. Once in a while I mess up, and that was kind of a big one, but it was a good reminder to be a little bit more careful when I'm doing comparisons. So anyway, today I'm gonna be talking about the OPI Holiday 2022 collection, and it's kind of a fun one for those who really like glitter and sparkles. Man, they've been doing a lot of glittery collections. It's not my fave, but I have 15 polishes. So I have the 3 bonus glitters, and then the rest are like different shimmery glitter polishes, and there's 1 cream in there. And that's the one I'm wearing on my nails right now, and we'll talk about it. It's called Fillin' Berry Glam. Love it. Couldn't wait to put it on. Of course I like it. It's the only cream in the collection. This collection is available now at Beyond Polish. All the polishes, all 12, and then including the 3 bonus colors as well. And use my code GOLARI10 for a discount on that site. Amazing site. Their shipping is fantastic. I never have any issues with my polishes. That code will not work on any sales on their sites, but their prices are already discounted. So with my discount, it's just an additional discount on top of that. So it's my favorite place to shop for polish. I also wanted to say that I hit 100,000 subscribers on Instagram, and I'm super excited. Thank you so much for all of you who follow me over there. I will be doing a giveaway, so make sure you go over there. I'll try to do that within the next week or so, because I'm really excited to celebrate that with you guys, and I appreciate you being here. Okay, so let's get into the collection and talk about all the polishes. I always start out with the lightest and kind of work my way darker. So this first one I have is Snow Holding Back. It's a beautiful kind of white base. The base is very sheer though, and then it has this really strong green, silver, chromy glitter. It's very fine, and it really just shows through. So basically when you have this on your nails, you're just going to really see that glitter and shine through it. You're really not going to see the base all that much. The formula is pretty good. It's going to build up. You're probably going to need 2 or 3 coats for this one. I actually think you can get away with just 2 coats on this one as well. But when I pulled out comparisons to compare to this one, of course, this one just looks completely different, because even though the bases were the same in the bottle, this one's so sheer it doesn't really show up, just the glitter does. Nothing really compares to this in OPI's line, but you will see an Orly in there that compares to it. So let's get into those comparisons. I compared it to Orly Ephemeral, and that's very close. The only difference I would say is that Snow Holding Back is more of like a green gold, and Ephemeral is more of like a warm gold. It's more golden. So, but pretty much they're the same idea. And then Dancing Keeps Me on My Toes has the same base color, but it has white shimmer, so it gives it a completely different look. And then OPI Kitty White has a whitish base as well, and then has glitter, but they all just look different because the glitter just changes everything. So this is unique in OPI's line, but of course Orly has that polish. If I had to pick one, I don't know which one I would pick. It depends on if I'm in the mood for like a more golden one or a more green toned, cooler toned one. So anyway, I'll let you decide if you want to get that one, but I think it's kind of fun for winter. And then Marion Ice is next. It has this beautiful pink base, and then it's got that same shimmer in it, so that really kind of golden with a little hint of green shimmer in there. I really like the pink base better than the white base. This one's not as sheer as the white, so you are going to see a little bit of that pink shine through. This is going to take 3 coats though, and you want to make sure that you're floating the brush with this, just because it can tend to be a little bit streaky. But I find if I just do 2 thin layers and then float that top layer, just really let your brush glide on there, don't put too much pressure, and it will really just kind of lay the polish out instead of like pushing it on. That really helps with any streakiness. I really like shades like this, just because I really love these tones of pink. Let's talk about those comparisons that I have. So I compared it to OPI The Color That Keeps On Giving, and that was my favorite lighter pink. And that one's kind of a pearly pink with some white glitter, so it's a little bit different than this one. And then OPI A Hush of Blush is lighter and cooler and more of like a pearly shade as well. And then Breakfast at Tiffany's has more of like a cream base with a hint of pink, and that one has glitter in there, and then that one does dry matte as well. But I really enjoyed this one. I do see myself wanting to wear this in the winter time, just because I think it's fresh and fun but still has that warm tone to it, and so I like it even though it's going to be 3 coats. And then we have Go Big or Go Chrome, and it's this beautiful chrome polish. I think everybody needs a chrome polish like this during the holidays. I mean, if you have polish, you've got to have one like this. OPI does have quite a few, but I'm going to explain the differences here in a minute. This one is kind of chromy, and it does have a very, very fine shimmer in it. It's not streaky on the nail. The formula is really great. You pretty much can get it opaque in 1 coat, but I think these always look better with 2 coats. Let's see what it compares to. I compared it to Isn't She Iconic, and that's a little dingier, so it's a little bit of a darker shade, but it does have similar glitter in it. And then OPI Ornament to Be Together is very close, but not as metallic. So Go Big or Go Chrome is a little bit metallic. And then Essie No Place Like Chrome is like a true chrome polish. It does have a little bit of shimmer in there, but it's very slight, and that's a very opaque chrome polish. So like I said, this isn't like super unique. It's maybe slightly different than those that have come out in the past, but you definitely need one of these for the holidays like I mentioned, and if you don't have one, this is a good one to get. And then we have a Sleigh Bells Bling, and this is a beautiful kind of golden chrome polish similar to that silver one. This one is a little metallic as well, and the shimmer's a little bit more fine, yeah, than this silvery one. It's not as strong, or maybe it just looks that way because it's gold. I'm not sure. And it does kind of have green undertones to it. It's very brassy looking, so it's kind of like a perfect brass shade. It reminds me of the faucets in our bathroom. It's like almost the same color tone. And these are pretty nice to have in the holidays as well. The formula is really good, just like that other one. It's going to be opaque in like 1 to 2 coats. Let's get into those comparisons. So I compared it to OPI, this Gold Slays Me, and that's more of a yellow brassy shade. So I kind of prefer Sleigh Bell Bling in comparison to that one. And then Gift of Gold Never Gets Old is a softer gold. It leans more white gold, and it definitely has some green undertones in it. And then OPI Susie's Slimming Mezcal is more of a warm gold, and it definitely has more glitter in it. So I don't know, hopefully you can look at that comparison and see maybe which one you gravitate towards, and then maybe that'll help you pick one, and maybe this won't be your favorite. But I think out of all those, I kind of do like this one the best just because of the color tone of it. And then we have Decked to the Pines, and I really love that name, and I really love this polish. It's a beautiful green, so it's kind of like an olive green just because it has that warm, very fine shimmer in there, just like those other chrome polishes that we have. I feel like they all have that warm chrome glitter under there. This one does have a touch of coolness to it as well, which really makes me like it even more. This one's really, really nice. I will say when you paint it on your nail and when it comes out into the light, it's a little bit lighter. It almost has like this silver quality to it. It's really cool. I kind of wish it stayed a little bit deeper and darker as it is in the bottle, but I still really like it. It's a little bit different than anything that I have, and the formula is really great too, but it's kind of interesting because it's a little bit muted. It's a little bit subdued. It's not like a really like punchy glitter, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain that. It's going to be opaque in 1 to 2 coats. I just think it goes on very nicely. You do have to kind of polish your last polish down the middle of the nail just to avoid any bit of streakiness, but the formula is really great. Okay, so let's get into some comparisons that I have. So I compared it to Sweater Weather. I had to say it like that. Anyway, that one's very yellow toned compared to this one, and I just wanted to pull it out so you guys could see that. And then I pulled out Planted and Enchanted, and that one's very similar, especially in the bottle, but when you get it on the nail, of course the shimmer is going to change both of these because both their shimmers are different, and this one has more of a strong blue shimmer in it. And then I pulled out Orly Metamorphosis. That's a new polish from their fall line, and I really think I prefer this one. Really like the color tone, and then I really like the golden shimmer in it. It's just so beautiful. That was in my fall favorites video, so if you haven't had a chance to watch that, go watch it. There's a lot of really great polishes that are perfect for fall, but I like this one second. It's really nice. I think it's going to be fun around Christmas time just because it is just that beautiful soft green Christmas shade. And then we have Tilling Festive. Love that name too, and like I was saying about the other one, the other green, that one's a little bit more subdued. This one definitely is punchy. It's a really punchy till. It's packed with glitter, and I just think it's really fun for for the holidays. This one does have kind of that metallic-y finish going through it as well, just so that you're aware, which makes me not like it as much, but I still think it's really beautiful. It's got a fantastic formula. It's going to go on beautifully in like one coat. So let's get into those comparisons and I will tell you what I like best out of all these. So I have Ready Fete Go. It has the same color tone, but it's a hollow, and so I like it the best. I really just like hollows because they're not super metallic-y, and so that's my favorite out of all of these. And then China Glaze Shiso Extraterrestrial is more subdued as well, but it's also a hollow. And then Essie Under Wraps, I just needed another polish on my finger, and this was kind of a similar color tone, so I just threw it on there. But of course it has glitter in a jelly base, so that one's quite different. I really do like this one, but if I had to pick over Ready Fete Go, I would pick that one for sure, just because I like hollows better, but I think a lot of you are really gonna enjoy this one. And then we have Pink Bling and Be Merry. This kind of has a reddish pink base, and then it has this bright fuchsia shimmer in there. Like the other Pines polish that I was talking about that was a little bit subdued, this one's a little bit subdued as well. It's not quite punchy. Even though it has that glitter in it, there's something about it that's more soft and subtle. The formula is maybe a tiny bit sheerish, and it's going to build up in 2 coats, but it's really got a great formula. And then here are the comparisons for this one. We have Awestruck from Orly. They really look super close in the bottle. They're very close in color, but they're still a little bit different, not quite exactly the same. And then 15 Minutes of Flame is bright, and it helps you see how subdued that Pink Bling and Be Merry is. And then OPI All Your Dreams and Vending Machines, that one has more of like a purple undertone, but that one's pretty close. And I'm going to use this one to compare to another polish in a minute here too, but I feel like these two are still a little bit different than that one. I do find this one to be quite original for OPI, and I do think it's kind of fun, and I don't know if you like it or not. I'll let you decide if you want to get this one. And then we have the Pearl of Your Dreams, and it's this really light blue polish. It's very cool toned, and then it has this kind of fluffy, flaky glitter in there that's a little bit silvery. And on the nail, this is quite a bit brighter and lighter and more silvery. And so that just made me not like it as much. I really just feel like it's like a silver with a blue undertone on the nail. And so it's a little bit different. I do have to admit though, these blues with glitter are not my favorite. And so I don't gravitate towards them. So this one I felt like was just okay. The formula is pretty good. I feel like you're going to have to do 2 coats to make this fully opaque. And let's get into some comparisons. Okay, so I compared it to OPI Let Love Sparkle, and that one's more of a really light blue with a silver glitter as well. I really think I like that one better than this one. And then OPI You Had Me at Halo is definitely more purple toned. Angel Flight to Starry Nights is more of a purple toned blue as well, and that's a hollow polish. So this is quite original. I think it was Let Love Sparkle that I was really trying to find that I felt like was pretty close, but maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. You guys let me know down below if I am, but I feel like this one's pretty unique to OPI. Now we're going to talk about Feelin' Berry Glam, and this is the one that I mentioned that I have on my nails right now, and it's so beautiful. It has an amazing creamy formula like OPI always does. It's going to be opaque in 1 coat, but I always like to do 2 just because I like to do them a little bit thinner, and it's so amazing. I love it. It dries down darker on the nail, so it's pretty light in the bottle, but I was surprised how rich and dark it was on the nail, and this one was kind of hard for me to take pictures of. I don't know, I just felt like I couldn't quite capture the exact color of it, but it is beautiful. And OPI has somehow managed to make this different than any Essies or OPIs that I have. I think there's one that's really close, but it's still a little bit different. I feel like this one is a little more purple toned. A lot of the other ones are quite more red leaning and purple leaning, and this one sits just kind of in the middle, or it's like darker than some of the other ones that I have that are similar in color tone. So let's look at those. So I have 3 sets of comparisons for this one. The first one I have is Essie Swing of Things, and it's the same color tone, but it's darker. And then Bahama Mama is more rich and purple, and then Knee High Life is a little bit more red toned. And then I pulled out my OPI, so Hurijuku Get This Color and Newberry Skating on Thin Iceland, and you can kind of see it's a graduation of colors from red to purple. They're all a little bit different. And you can see that compared to Newberry, Feelin' Berry Glam is more kind of purpley red toned. And then the last set, Essie Flowerista, is lighter and more purple. I thought it would be much closer than it really was. And then Essie New Year New Hue is the closest. So it's just a touch more red and just a touch darker, but that's the closest one that I was able to find for this one. And then Big Spender is more of a pinky purpley shade. So like I said, Somehow they managed to make this a little bit different, but honestly, if you have any of those and you're craving a berry shade, you probably don't have to pick this one up just because they are pretty close, but I just am glad that I have this one because I love it. And of course I do, because I just wanted to put it right on my nails after I got it. So fantastic. And then we have a Charmed, I'm Sure, and this is kind of a pinky purple polish, and it has kind of that same base. I want to say it has a little bit of red tones in it, and then it has that fuchsia shimmer in it as well. So I'm going to pull up this one that I talked about earlier, and you can see this one's a little bit more pink. So this one was called Pink Bling and Be Merry. So basically these are the same thing, except this has like a more pink base. I do feel like the shimmer in this one is a little bit stronger. I don't know what it is about it. It's just a little more punchy than that one. It's really nice, and it does seem to have kind of a metallic finish to it as well. And the formula on this one is amazing. Just like all the other ones, it's going to build up in 2 coats. And let's get into the comparisons for this one. All Your Dreams in Vending Machines I pulled out again just because it was kind of in between both of these. That one's more pink, but it's kind of the same idea. And then Jamaica Me Crazy, of course, has more glitter, but it's kind of that same color tone. And Berry Fairy Fun is more purple and glittery. Quite unique. I know that OPI has a lot of deeper polishes with this kind of shimmer in them, more like maroon. So this one's a little bit different. I didn't want to pull those out because it is so different. So I liked this one as well. And then Bring Out the Big Gems. I loved this one so much, you guys, when I put it on, and when I saw it, I knew I'd love it. It's got this really deep kind of purpley plum base, and then it has this really bronze brown shimmer coming through it. It's just perfect, I would say, for fall right now. I'm just really excited to wear this one for fall. It's got a fantastic formula. It's going to be opaque in 1 to 2 coats depending on how you apply it. I don't know. I felt like OPI has kind of a lot of polishes close to this one, but I feel like their undertone, at least with the glitter and shimmer, is a little bit more purple. But I did pull out some that I was surprised that were almost exactly the same or pretty close with a similar idea. So let's look at those closely. So we have Black to Reality. That is pretty much the same idea, except that one has a brown base instead of this like purpley red base. And then we have Midnight in Moscow, and that's very close to, probably closer. I feel like this is almost exactly the same, but it's a little more silvery, I wrote. I can't remember exactly. And then it has no red tones in it. So I feel like Bring Out the Big Gems has kind of a red hint or some red hue in it. And then Dressed to the Wines is a little bit different than you can see there. Same kind of idea, a little bit different, and I really like this one. I think I'm going to be ready to pull it out as we get deeper into fall. Such a great one. And then we have Rhinestone Ready, and it's this beautiful red polish. It's got this red base. It's a little bit sheer to let these glitters shine through. It's got some silver glitter in it, but with that red base, the glitter kind of looks pink in it. So it really does have quite a bit of pink pull through on the nail. It's really pretty. It's perfect for Christmas. The formula is great. It's going to build up really nicely in 2 coats. It's just going to be a fun, very Christmassy color, and I like it. I used to have China Glaze Ruby Slippers. Is that the brand that was? And I don't have it anymore, but I feel like it's kind of similar, at least a similar idea to that. I don't really have any other polishes like this, so I didn't pull out any comparisons, but I think this one is going to be so fun at Christmas time. And then we're going to work through these 3 bonus glitters, and these are totally glitter packed. So first we have I Pink It's Snowing, which is an adorable name, and it's this beautiful kind of pinkish sheer red base, and then it's got these different size pink and silver glitters in there. So that one's super fun, super packed with glitters. I think this is going to be perfect for an accent nail or a whole mani if you really like the blingy blingy stuff, but this one's really fun, I think, and it goes on really nicely. And then we have Opium Gem, and I love the undertones of this. So this has kind of like a gray olive undertone, and then it has this kind of blue teal to purple shimmer in there, and it also has different size pieces of silver glitter. Come here, Pupper. Oh, hello, baby. Are you so lonely? Are you so lonely? Then come sit by me. Come on. To come sit by me? Okay, you're gonna go. I'll play with you in a minute. Anyway, but I just love This one, it's very cool. I don't think I'm gonna wear it, if I'm honest, because I really just don't wear glitters, but I just think the color combo is so cool with that like olive green gray with the teal kind of in it. It's just really, really awesome. I just like to look at it, probably won't wear it. And last we have this glitter topper, and it's various size pieces of glitter that are gold and silver. Not super unique. I feel like there's a lot of glitter toppers like this. I'm showing it by itself, and then I'm going to show it being applied with black as well. I'm using SE Black Licorice for those who are going to ask me and want to know. But it's kind of fun. You have to have at least one glitter topper for the holidays. So if you don't have one, this is a good one to pick up. But really, a lot of lines have polishes like this. But it's really pretty, and it gets me excited for the holidays. Okay, so I counted and I got all 15. I want to make sure I don't miss any and don't make any mistakes this time. But that is it for the review. I'm going to pull out my favorites, and my favorites are these 3. So too many glitters in this for me, you guys. I'm kind of sick of the holiday glitters. I want some fun holiday colors. I don't know. I wasn't super stoked about this collection, but I do think these 3 are just beautiful. So I picked Bring Out the Big Gems, and then Decked to the Pines, which was that beautiful green, and then Fillin' Berry Glam, which is this beautiful purpley shade. Piper, come here. Come here. Piper, it's Nash. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Why'd you barking? Okay, sorry about that. So these are my 3. So pretty. Other than that, I'm gonna add this one too, because I think I will wear this one. So this one's Marion Ice. These are all cute. I picked cute ones. Look how cute they are together. So those are my favorites. What do you guys think about this collection? Are the majority of you liking the glittery collections that they've been coming out with lately? Or are you guys getting tired of them? I feel like Essie was on a streak of doing that a couple years ago, and now OPI is on a streak of doing that, and I just want some really nice creams. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.